Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video will be on antenna designing, that is microstrip patch antenna designing. So in order to do any EM simulations, go to EM structure, create new EM structure, name it as antenna or anything you wish to. Then here are many options: AWR, Axiom, Analyst, HFSS. So you can go to any simulations. I'm going for Axiom, then create it. So you have to set your frequencies, go to options, project options, frequencies. So I'm going to simulate for 16.5 gigahertz, so my frequency will be from 10 to 20 gigahertz. So with step size, apply it, then go to OK. So as you're designing a patch antenna, so you have to decide on which substrate you are going to design it. So you have to define all the substrate materials before designing antenna. So go to this enclosure, edit, else you can just double click on it, go to material definition and then add your substrate material here. So here you can add it. So see, automatically here it will come the epsilon, or else you can do it manually as well. So here you can add this conductor definition, then go to dielectric layers. Here see, substrate will be in the middle, so above and below there will be some air. So here my first layer, here it is indicating, right, that is air. Then second layer is my Rogers, whose high thickness is 0.508, and then comes is one more layer below. So then again click on insert, so again that will be air, which will be, I'll take like approximately 10 for it. How you set it in HFSS, the air box size. So go to this bottom boundary and click on approx open. Okay, then go to materials, and here if you are designing with copper, then go to insert one more layer, which will be doing it as a ground layer. So its thickness will be minus 0.035. Then go to EM layer mapping. Don't do any changes here, it will again mess up your concept. So then click OK. So you have defined your material definitions here. So then go to Chrome or Google. So I prefer EMTalk to calculate the length and width of the patch. So for 16.5 gigahertz and with dielectric constant 2.2 and its height is 0.508, I'll get the length, width and this input impedance. Guys, don't forget this input impedance or the edge impedance of the patch. Here the edge impedance for 16.5 gigahertz will be 144 ohms. So these are the requirements that I have got. So then you just copy your length value from here, get back to AWR, draw, then go to rectangle, just click from here to here, then click tab. So you can write your length and width value here, will be device. So guys, if you are like confused about what I have to put, like plus or minus, see, when you are doing this, it will already suggest you, see your rectangular is going in positive way or negative. So here it is showing dy in minus value, so put minus, then paste your value, then again go back to this, then copy this value, then go back to here it will be OK. Then click OK. So your rectangle patch is ready. Click this view all, so your patch will be visible. Else control this. Okay, so now you have to draw a transmission line that will be of lambda by 4 length line. So in order to line that transmission line, we know the formula, that is the edge impedance into 50 ohms and then square root of this value. So the value is 84.85. okay, so remember this, then go to tools, transmission line, so this comes again. Here you have to input all your dielectric constant of the substrate and everything, and here is copper. So here I have to put my impedance as 84.85 and my frequency of operation is 16.5 gigahertz, and then you just have to click here. Okay, again you will get the length and width of the patch, then copy this value. Again the same thing goes here. Rectangle, you draw anywhere here. I'll tell you the best method to place exactly at the center, then click tab. So again my dy will be my length value, so copy here, then again go to this, copy the width value, paste it here, then click OK. So if you want to place exactly between at the middle of this thing, you just have to click the patch antenna, then shift it, then press this one, then go to draw, modify, align shapes, then go to center. See, exactly it is placed at the center. So now this is nothing but my lambda by 4 line. Okay, so then again I have to draw a 50 ohm line, then again go to this transmission line thing, then here instead of 84 ohms, press 50 ohms, then do this. You will get your length and width of the patch, sorry, 50 ohm line. Again copy the value, then again draw the same thing. Now you have to assign material to it. So select all the things, then right click, go to shape properties, then go to this material. So my layer, in order to know which layer you are drawing on, see here it will show you. If it is on third layer, see it comes under the substrate. So go to second layer, and then material is 1 ounce copper. Here it will show everything. So then click OK. So this is, and now we have to draw ground for it. And again it's here, another one shortcut will be here for drawing a rectangle. So this is the one. Just draw it and then zoom it out, then press Ctrl so that it will show you exactly center of it, then place it over here. See, exactly it is placed. Okay, if you want to take the measurement of it, go to this measure thing, then see 6.713 is here, 7 is here. So I need to give exactly 10 spacing here. So yes, once you have designed the ground for it, again select the ground material, right click, shape properties, then go to EM layer 3, and here you have to select trace 1, which exactly comes below the substrate. See, the ground is now drawn below the substrate. Click OK. So now again you have to assign the port to it. Click on this, then go to port, then just click over here. Okay, so you just double click here. If you want to keep a type as auto, you can do it, else you can connect to lower, it will connect to the ground. So then click OK. If you want to see the structure in 3D, go to this view EM 3D layout. So here you can see how the structure is looking now, right? So again go back to your EM layout here. Okay, so this is a very simple design, I guess so. So then go back to graphs now. Graph, new graph. I have to check for S11 first thing. To rectangular, then create it, right click, add new measurement. I guess I'm not missing any concepts now. Port parameters, S, antenna. So these frequencies will be coming here. Go to dB, select dB because S11 will be in dB. Then click OK. Then simulate the measurement. So this is how your S11 graph shows. Then to see VSWR value, then go to new graph, VSWR rectangular, create it, add new measurement, then go to linear. Here there will be VSWR, then go to project frequencies, it will not be in dB, click OK, then simulate for measurement. So here you can add a marker and check at 16.5 gigahertz, it's almost in between 1 to 2. Then now you want to see the radiation pattern, go to antenna plot, create, right click, and then go to electromagnetic, sweep theta, total power. Then here you have to go to FSAM, go for the 16.5 gigahertz, make sure to keep it in dB, then click OK, then simulate for the measurement. See here you get the graph. Okay, so if you want to see it in 3D, go to antenna, EM structure, then add annotation here. Then go to antenna 3D. Here you click for total, then in dB, in a FSAM, choose your 16.5 gigahertz, then click OK. And then right click over here, simulate for annotation. When you go in 3D view, you will get to see. So you have got almost like 8.25 dB of gain, which is quite good work. So in this way you can simulate an antenna in this AWR software. Thank you. Bye bye.